blames Bret Hart for his career. Oh, come on. Now I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Blame Bret Hart for his real life beef with Randy Savage. Oh, boy. Okay. I think blaming no Bret ain't did it. Know about that. Come on now. The hell, man.
I've heard Bret Hart say that I destroyed his career because I had the pencils, but then, he said Vince, and he said Flair, and he said Goldberg, everybody beats everybody.
Like Goldberg, that's a different story.
But, bro, it is what it is in your career, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, especially with where the business is.
I'll put it to you this way. If you could have done any better, you would have,
Who's Mount Rushmore? When you do Mount Rushmore, obviously a lot of people put you on there because of what you did for the business.
Well, the Goldberg thing, I know people talk about that all the time. Get a kick in the head, get over it. How about let him kick you in the head and see how you do. How about that? Talking about get over it. That was rough. That's like Goldberg, but I said if Bret didn't get hurt, I still believe if Bret didn't get hurt, he would have went back to WWE sooner, and him and Vince would have got all right a lot sooner. But you don't know now because he probably would have been wrestling. Bret would have been wrestling in the early 2000s. I'm sure, so he probably would have saw Bret and Michaels again. He probably would have saw Bret and Cena, and a few other matches. But yeah, of course he's still gonna be. What do they say? He's gonna be salty about that. He's tight. That's frustrating. Your head gets kicked in, and then yeah.
How do you judge it? Is it money earned, business change? Whenever people do those Mount Rushmores, what do you think they should think about?
Mount Rushmore.
It's not money. It's not money. I can tell you right now who it would be. I can tell you who the four guys are right now. It's Andre the Giant.
Mm.
It's Roddy Piper. It's, without doubt, it's Ric Flair. And Macho Man.
Okay.
Mm.
That's the real Mount Rushmore.
Oh.
Okay, that's his Mount Rushmore. He actually did this. Now this is something. He didn't put himself up there. He put because the last two is he got Flair and Macho Man. So he put so this is something. He put Flair and Macho over himself. That's something. And then so remember when he wrestled Piper. I remember when he wrestled all of them. He said that slamming the Giant said who just tore his back up. But they said a lot of people. He said he slammed him before that when Hogan was younger. He said Hogan slammed him. I saw the tape after the fact. But yeah, he put the last two. Yeah, he put Flair and Hogan. Flair and Macho Man over himself. That is something.
Okay, so you left out obviously Attitude Era there. You left out Modern Generation.
Yeah.
And that's because you believe company doesn't exist through
Those
those
guys
things.
laid the groundwork for everybody that came after them.
Now, obviously, you are omitting yourself from that. A lot of people, if you were going to do that
Those
generation.
guys made me. If it wasn't for those guys, I wouldn't be Hulk Hogan.
Macho Man, you and he, obviously, a lot of deep history. And
Yeah.
the NWO turn was with and on Macho, obviously. The world upside down with it. Whenever you look back on your relationship with him, how do you view it?
Well, the good thing is right before he passed away, we kissed and made up.
That's huge. I think that's a big deal. Lifelong.
I know what people say. They didn't make it. That was a lie. He kind of made it with the Warrior. Remember I talking about that DVD? It's a DVD or no, it wasn't a DVD. It was a documentary. I seen it somewhere. And Warrior and Hogan had talked for a little bit. But this one I don't know. But yeah, that was because I'm trying to remember because Warrior had made that had that video, and then the WrestleMania weekend, like I said, WrestleMania weekend or the Hall of Fame weekend, whatever that was, Hogan and Warrior ran into each other and they got to talking.
We were together every day. I mean, we traveled together. He lived right down the beach from me. We trained every day. We did everything together. And then when he went to the divorce, yeah, Hogan, you're the one that did this to us, but good in your ear. I'm like, what?
He did the voice good now.
Not me.
I'll give him that.
You know, my wife took her down to Miami. It was game over.
Yeah, I heard about that.
It's game over, man. It's good job.
Yeah.
But, you know, then he hated me for like 8 or 10 years. And then he got remarried to his high school sweetheart. And I
Heard
guess
about
he
that.
kinda
That's true.
calmed down a little bit. And I was at the doctor's office. I was having some heart problems or something. He came in there with his mom. And I'm just sitting there on that paper table, you know, with one of my ex-wives. And he walks in and he opened the door. My eyes got this big. My ex-wife really didn't know who he was. And he goes, "Hey, what's up, brother?" I'm like, "Man, you look great, man," because he got his size back. Because he went from Spider-Man 290 down to about 180. And I ran into him in TNA, and it wasn't cool. We weren't cool, but he was kind of like very small. I kind of felt bad, you know, and didn't look real great. And then I saw him this last time.
I do remember that now. Because he went to TNA for a little bit. He wasn't, so I remember in 99, 2000, I do remember that Savage got real built. I remember. He was built. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he was huge. Yeah, Savage was like 260 or something like that. Then he went to saw him at TNA. What was that? 04 when he came to help Jeff Hardy was getting jumped on or something like that. And he came out there with the all black like the Outlaw or something like that. And he I remember he was smaller. Yeah, I remember that in '99, Savage was huge. I remember that. Yeah, when he had the tank top with the stars on it. I remember that.
And he was like Randy. He was 240, healthy. He had a wedding ring on. He was married my high school sweetheart. And I introduced my ex-wife to him. She goes, "Oh, Mr. Macho Man, if you want to, we're having dinner. Terry's got a bunch of his lawyers over there." I was like, "Oh, no, I don't need any lawyers. I think I'll start slow, you know." so then I was with Lanny, his brother. We were doing some independent stuff up in Canada.
Genius.
Some places up in Canada. And we called, and I guess his dog or something that just died. I don't know what it was, but he was all, and his dog was his favorite person, you know, and his German Shepherd.
Man's best friend.
Yeah, man. And Randy loved that dog. The whistle was like, that's how he would whistle for his dog. That I can't do it, but that's how he do it.
Yeah, sound like it.
Yeah. So anyway, we called Randy. Hey, we're gonna be back this weekend. We have a barbecue with your mom and stuff like that. And I'll be damned, he passed away before we got back.
Okay, but you do have a sense of.
Yeah, we were cool at the end, man. It was really cool because he was back to being Randy. You know.
Any other situations you think that the world has misconstrued about you?
I don't know. I'm not trying here to you know, make excuses for anything. I mean, some.
No, I think that's a big piece of information there with Macho Man. I feel like I followed closely. I did not know that was the case. So I assume there's other things throughout.
No, I mean, you know, people either like me or they don't. You know, there's no in between. A lot of people think that I ran the show or I had the power of the pencil. I mean, you know, I've heard Bret Hart say that I destroyed his career because I had the pencil. You know, but then, you know, he's hated Vince and he's hated Flair and he's hated Goldberg and everybody hates everybody. So I mean, I don't know where I fall in line there, but
You don't know where you are on hating
I
it.
don't know. Well, the funny thing was last time I saw
Will you ever
him,
try to reach out and?
I don't know. Well, Vince. Oh, I guess it ain't got all right now because he actually went back with I think 8 years after the fact. Yeah, the screw job thing. Of course, him and Vince weren't getting along. The Goldberg, they said the kick to the head thing. Flair, I have no idea, but I remember what was it, Flair and Arn, or Flair and somebody got into Flair and Arn. Arn and Neidhart or whoever that was got into him. Who was the better wrestler, Flair or Bret? And of course, you know, Neidhart's getting this. He's got his boy's back. He's gonna defend his boy. But yeah, I don't know what happened with the Flair thing. But you know about what with the Vince and the Goldberg thing. But yeah, come on now.
Make right?
well, if I saw him, the last time I saw him, I was in a WWE locker room and I was being called to go to the gorilla position. And when I opened the door, Natty, who I love to death, was standing there with Bret. I go, "Hey, Bret, how you doing?" I shook his hand real quick. I don't even think he realized I did it.
You stole it.
No, I said, "Hey, Bret, how you doing?" He stuck his hand out. I shook it real quick and I was gone before he even realized it was me, I think.
Much like you did with Macho Man before.
What's that?
You guys, made up.
Who, Bret?
Yeah.
No, we haven't talked at all.
No, but I'm saying you should do that with him.
Oh, I'd love to.
I think it would be.
Oh, I love Bret to death. I think he's cool as hell, man. But I don't know, bro. It is what it is with your career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, especially with where the business is.
I'll put it to you this way: if you could have done any better, you would have.
Okay.
Okay.
I respect
You know what I'm
that,
saying?
and that's about everybody. That's every sport, by the way.
But everybody makes their own deal, brother.
That's not just professional wrestling. That
Yeah.
happens in football. That happens in hockey. That happens in basketball. There's a lot of guys that think they got screwed by everybody.
No, I mean, I'm not hating Vince McMahon because he did better than me.
Now,
Yeah.
Bret Hart though was a guy though.
Yeah,
Remember? That's
yeah.
why it's
Talking
interesting
about
that
Vince,
there's still that.
the kick to the head though, that wasn't getting screwed. That shouldn't have happened. Now the screw thing, yeah, that. Oh boy. I was watching. It's sickening. But I was watching the whatchamacallit, doc series the other night. Okay. What he said something like, okay, you'd rather have somebody interfered in that shit that happened at the pay per view or something like that. It's like, yeah, that was disgusting. Okay. Getting put in your own hold, getting screwed, and then figuring out what's going on. And they figured he was so damn hot, he was ready to beat Michaels to a bloody piece of pulp, which he probably, if he could have got, he got to him. Because I thought about that again. That could have been, suppose, I don't know how many people was in that crowd, but suppose that whole audience in Montreal jumped that fence. They wouldn't have had enough, security and, what's that called? National Guard or whatever you call it to stop them. I know about that. Yeah, let's say it was, I don't know, 20 million, 25 million people. I don't think they would have helped hold them all back. That was something. I remember that. Said something through garbage. Lucky all they threw was garbage and was cussing and hollering. That was bad. That could have been a lot worse.